know how many of you guys are in here right now. Do not know. Just sitting here right now, taking a little bit of break, waiting on the wifey to get done doing her stuff in there. How many of y'all like going shopping with y'all wives? How many of y'all like going shopping with your wives? Me, I don't. So, if you ever been shopping with your wife, if she's like mine, my wife is not really big on material stuff, whatever like that. But when she do go and buy something for an occasion that we're going to be having coming up here, she'll go in there, and while we're looking around for things, my wife will pick out things that she like, right? She'll say, "What do you think about this?" And I'll legitimately say, "Oh man, that looks nice, babe. That looks nice." And then I was like, "You should get that. I don't want this." Then she'll go and she'll look for something else, right? "What do you think about this?" "Oh, babe, that looks really good." I don't know. She's trying on all these different clothes, different things, and she's gonna narrow it down to certain outfits. And then when she narrowed it down to the outfits that she wants, then she got to get the shoes to go with those outfits. And then I'm looking at, and I'm legitimately interested. I'm like, "Babe, I like how you look in those. I like how I like how your little bow leg. I like how your feet look in those. I don't think this is gonna work with this." Finally, I get to a point to where I'm like, "You asked me, and then you like, yeah, I'm gonna be the one looking at you, babe." But I get to a point where, you know what, I'm getting ready to go wait in your car and wait for you to get done doing your thing. So anyway, yeah, because she's been in there for like, what is it, 12:32? She's been in there. She's been in there since around 9:30. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are all doing well out there. If you don't know this and you heard that long little intro, I usually don't do nothing like that. But I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. Welcome you all in here. Do me a favor, make sure you guys all hit that thumbs up button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm, all right? Appreciate it if you did that. And don't forget, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel so that this video also can constantly be recommended to you guys. Now, I'm probably going to take a little bit of time to, first of all, can you guys hear me well? I might take a little bit of time before I get into the subject right here to make sure that everybody is being notified, things of that sort, all right? So a lot of times I just lollygag and talk before I actually get into the subject, about a good 3 to 5 minutes, because YouTube is not alerting you guys that I am live. Right now, it seems like there is something that is paused. I see that John Salzman is in the house. I see that Gunny is in the house. John Salzman again is in the house. So that's what I'm seeing right now. I don't know if there's a delay or anything like that. I do not know. So again, I usually just wait a little bit of time in case you guys are just jumping in here. I usually wait a little bit of time before I get into the subject at hand so YouTube can properly notify you guys that I am indeed live, all right? Okay, so since we got about a good 100-some odd people in here, I'm going to go ahead and get into this. So if you guys see right there my title, you see that it says that the judge is denying Donald Trump to attend the Supreme Court of the United States hearing in which Trump is supposed to attend regarding the January 6th stuff and all that, right? And also, the judge has not made a decision whether or not he's going to allow President Trump to attend his own son's senior high school graduation. Okay? So, of course, it's natural for an individual to get, pissed off about something like that, especially, Donald Trump not to be able to attend his son's graduation. So, let me tell y'all something real quick here, okay? It's Judge Manchin, however you say his name, Judge Manchin. And there's been a lot of reports of how he's been at Donald Trump. And guys, I don't know if y'all ever been in the position. I don't know if you guys ever been in a position where someone is really trying their best. They're trying their best to trigger you, right? You know it. I have people on this channel. I have people in the comment section. And I don't delete anybody. I don't hide anybody. I don't do any of those things on my channel because the stuff doesn't bother me. But I have been in a place in my life while I was growing, when I was coming out of the hood, where I wouldn't let it get to me, but yet at the same time, it would piss me off because I know that they're trying to do stuff to trigger me. And by me knowing that, it's like they're not even doing it because this is what they really feel. They're not doing it because this is what they really think. They are literally doing it to do nothing more than to try to trigger me. And by them doing that, it made me that much more pissed off. But there's plenty of times where when that happened to me, while I was a young man, still young, but you know, while I was a pre-teenager or even a teenager, I would fail. And I would fail and my temper would just go off the rails. Somebody would end up hurt, whether it's verbally or physically, okay? But now, thank the Lord, I've grown past that. I really, really have grown past that stuff. I'm talking like that happened. That stuff, I was over that when I was around the age of 15, 16 years old. I was that smart to actually see through the BS. So what am I saying all that for? I'm saying all that because you know that what they're doing right now, they're trying to pull and squeeze every last drip of juice out of Donald Trump to get Donald Trump to completely act way out of character, because they just want to be able to show the world, aha, we got him. We triggered Donald Trump. They want him to completely snap. And the reason why I know this is because if you really want to test a man, a married man at that, and a family man, what do? You go after his kids. You go after his family. Now, they already did that already. Y'all look, follow me. They already did that a little bit by going after Donald Trump with, Judge Engoron. When he went after Donald Trump and he says, also included within this lawsuit is going to be President Trump's two sons. That's already one way. Now you're going after his youngest one, his baby, Barron, right? By the way, have y'all seen Barron? That dude is a monster. Like, he's thin, but the dude is like 6'8", 6'9". Like, what the freaking heck? He the tallest one out of all the Trumps. But anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. It won't cost y'all nothing. All right. So anyway, my point in saying all that is that Trump wants to go to the Supreme Court of the United States hearing where he feel like he needs to be, because at the Supreme Court of the United States, I don't know if you guys noticed, I looked into it, you're able to verbally speak your truth. At the Supreme Court of the United States, you're able to speak your truth. And we do know that this judge currently right now has a gag order on Donald Trump, right? So what better way, y'all, to keep a person from getting truth out there than to tell them that they can't attend another hearing? The Supreme Court of the United States, the judge is telling him if he attends it, the judge is threatening Trump with jail. And here's the crazy kicker. A lot of people are still saying, a lot of Trump supporters are saying, Donald Trump, go anyway. Let him throw you in jail, because this is going to be on some astronomical, historic stuff. Like, this is going to be stuff that my grandchildren are going to be talking about. And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be the grandfather having to give them the truth on what happened. Right? So the reason why I gave y'all that analogy of what happened with me in my younger days, how I would respond, is because when you are in a place where you have completely grown past all of that, where you've completely grown past all of it, because it's nothing more than a mind game, okay? So when you get to a place like that, and this is what I tell my mentees, this is what I tell people that I teach at church, I tell them, if you know your enemy, you know your enemy's tactics, you know your enemy's artillery, you know their strategies, you know everything your enemy is going to do against you. If your enemy defeats you, that is your fault. Oh man, Ty, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Again, there's no way I should be able to lose when I know every last thing about my enemy. I know how they move. I know where they are hiding. I know where they have their weapons. I know what weapons they're going to try to use to strike me. I know that they're going to try to go after my family. I know that they're going to try to go after my wife. I know they may try to go after my children. I know they may try to go after family members like cousins to try to find something out, because the whole purpose of what they're trying to do is to completely get me to break. And if I know that's what they're doing, bring it. Bring it. You're not going to be able to break me. And see, once I learned that, then all of a sudden my enemies, they became more pissed off because I'm not giving it to them. So y'all, I know a lot of you guys don't read, you will post your own comment on my channel, whether you like my videos or whether you don't. But you will find that there are individuals that are in my channel that they are in there, and I don't know why they think that them putting a comment in there about you're just a this. I don't know why they think that's going to faze me. But you know what? At the same time, I'm like, okay, go ahead and get it off your chest. You know, you get a lot of times they're just, most of them are attention seeking. Even if I just respond back to them and say something like, you know, you're basically blah, 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 blah. They want the attention. I don't, you know, they think for some odd reason, a lot of people think that them putting comments or saying things, whatever they call the case may be, I don't know why they think that an individual like me, that's going to faze me, because it won't. So what I tell people all the time is that I let them stay around. The people on YouTube, the people on Facebook, Instagram, certain individuals that have been around for months or years, they get in there and they just throw shots. And I know they're going to throw shots, but I just leave it there. I'm not fazed by it. So in this particular case, this is what I'm saying. You want to be able to try to go after somebody, like in Donald Trump case, do things like that. They're taking away his freedom of speech. With y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. You guys may disagree with this, but to me, there's no such thing as a gag order. We need to, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm telling you, sometimes I'll be, you know, thank God. I mean, I do love the fact that I am in medicine, but I'm telling you right now, I think that knowing what I know right now, I would probably go back and do something more in law and legislation, because a lot of things need to be completely redone in the United States. Do you think there was a such thing as a gag order once we became an independent country? What do you mean gag order? What do you mean I can't say this or I can't say that? And guys, here's my thing. It makes me, myself, I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Hit that like button real quick. Hit it. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Hit it. I don't know if you guys feel the same way that I do about this. It makes me feel like everything that we've been told, everything that we've been taught when it comes to that Constitution is false. Why do you say that, Ty? Because if there is a freedom of speech, how can any man on earth tell me that I can't talk, that I can't say anything? Because if I do, where did this come from? How did we even get this far? So what I'm saying that for, you talk about going, y'all, if it was me, we need to go right back to that Constitution. Where in the Constitution does it say that a judge can tell me that I can't talk? Where in the Constitution does it say a judge can give me something called a gag order and I can't say what I want to, I can't speak my mind? Where is it in the Constitution where a judge can tell me whether I can go somewhere and not go? I'm telling y'all, it needs to be completely revamped. We need to look at this. And the thing is, it's not even hard. If you go and read the Constitution, it's not hard. I don't know if you guys know this. Whenever the Constitution was being written, our forefathers, which they were all not white, by the way, because they wrote in their memoirs, in their bibliographies, they wrote in there that they went and sought wisdom and guidance from ministers. Yeah, this is our forefathers sought wisdom and guidance from ministers, and these ministers were white and these ministers were black. Go look it up. Don't believe me, okay? The ministers our forefathers, a lot of our forefathers went to get guidance on formulating this Constitution were black ministers and white ministers during that time. Yeah, a lot of folks don't know that. They're not going to tell you that in school. So anyway, I'm saying that because they fasted and they prayed. And whenever that Constitution finally came out and they agreed on it, that Constitution was something that was so divinely inspired that it's really laid out in layman terms, folks. It's laid out in layman terms. And again, how did we get to a point to where somebody can tell us what we can't say? How? How did we get to a point to where somebody can tell us that we cannot say certain things? I'm sorry, man. I mean, to me, does that sound like freedom to you guys? And I think the point is this. Here's the point. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, that's completely your prerogative. But whether you like Donald Trump or not, let's just say for those of you that don't like Donald Trump, those of you that may be Democratic, do you see what's going on here? You do know that if they can do that to Trump, they can do that to anybody. You do know that if they can sue Donald Trump for a victimless crime, this is a billionaire they're doing it to, let alone us lowly 100,000-aires or us, 60,000-aires or whatever you may fall. But us 100,000-aires, us 90,000-aires, us, whatever. If they can do this to a billionaire, what more can they do to you, regular American citizens? People are not thinking about that. If they can sit there and tell Donald Trump that y'all, as a man, another man telling me, I'll decide if you're going to go to your son's graduation. Now, man, you lost your guy. Put me in jail, right? I am going to my son's graduate. So, y'all, that's why I told y'all, things are different, y'all. One of y'all somebody in here had like a little bit of an attitude, or you had a little bit of a problem when I told you that I thank God that I grew up in the hood, I grew up in the projects and things like that. Some of y'all had a problem with that because you hate the way that I strategize some of the things that I do, because I told you that my family fully supports me 100%, right? My family loves that I'm doing what I'm doing. They love that I'm in ministerial position. They love that I'm in a mentor position. They love that. They love seeing that. It's inspiration for them and for my nieces and nephews, right? They absolutely love it. They love it. Now, somebody had a problem because I told them, I am nobody that's big and giant and think highly of myself. But I do have a lot of people that think highly of me, right? So if I have family members that are about that life right now, and then their kids are about that life, and they love what I do, they know what I think, they know that I don't agree with what they do. But at the same time, these family members, should something happen to me, I have nothing to do with how my family members respond to anybody that tries to do something to me, is what I'm saying. So the point that I'm making right there is this. Let's just say if I was in the position of Donald Trump, not being a president or anything like that, but let's just say if I was in a position where this, for one, it's a complete scam prosecution, what they're doing to Donald Trump right now. It's a complete scam, right? Political interference is ridiculous. Now, for a judge to tell me, Ty, you're not going to your son's graduation. Okay. When I do go, who's going to come there and arrest me? I have family members that's about that life. And I'm telling you, have y'all not seen what happened when the police show up and there's more human beings there that's against the police? What do they show up in? Riot gear, a bunch of unarrest. So if you got a bunch of people, hundreds of people surrounding me at a high school graduation telling the police, y'all not about to go in there and touch Ty. Y'all not about to touch him. What are they going to do? They're going to wait for me to go back to my residence and come and arrest me there. But what I'm saying it for is that I will go to jail after I attend my son's graduation. I will go to jail after I go to a Supreme Court of the United States hearing so that the Supreme Court judges can hear my words on this so-called sham that I incited an insurrection. That's crazy. I'm going to jail. And I'm telling you right now, y'all, I said this the other day. If Joe Biden won the election while campaigning, from the basement, I know Donald Trump wants to be out there among the people, which is great. I know that's great. I know that's great. But how much more popular is President Trump going? How much more popular is President Trump going to become if all these here and there, got to go to this trial, got to go to that trial. I'm supposed to be at this trial, but this judge said I can't be at this trial. How much more popular is Donald Trump going to become? You guys are seeing it right now. I've shown videos of black people. Matter of fact, last week when I was up in Chicago at the conference, speaking at this conference, a great number of black people turned out, right? Y'all, check this out. Don't believe me. I was just in Chicago at a conference last weekend, right? Big, huge turnout. What happened that I just showed y'all the other day at that city council meeting? Black people showed up and they were handing it to them up to the extent to where they're trying to get something into the point to where they are going to try to put something through a referendum to put on the ballot to get Brandon Johnson recalled. So news is not going to show y'all this. I know they're not. WGN, we invited them. We invited WGN, we invited other news networks to come up there to this conference and question a lot of black men that was at this conference, that I was a keynote speaker up in Chicago. And you thought they was going to come? No, because they don't fit the narrative. But then yet, just this week, look what black people did when they showed up to that city council meeting. Laying it out. They don't want to show this. It's scaring the living daylights out of them. How is it that Donald Trump is getting all of these people to support him? But one thing that a lot of y'all are missing is this. Y'all are missing this. The reason why there's so much momentum going on is individuals like myself and others who are going around and speaking out about this, y'all. This is not Trump. Y'all missing it. I know y'all say Trump, we need Trump in there to save America. Trump is a man. Trump is just one guy, y'all. Y'all missing it. When we got our independence, who is it? Who is the reason why we celebrate the 4th of July? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what man is responsible for us celebrating the 4th of July? What man? Some of y'all might be tripped up on this. I'm not talking about black people or nothing like that. I'm talking about independence from England. What one person is responsible for that? Okay, I see some answers here. And the answer flat out is we the people. We the people. See, here's the thing. It's amazing, folks. It's something that's really amazing that a lot of us need to bypass, and y'all need to listen to me on this. My junior year in high school, by this time I was living with my pastor. Very fond of this man. This man is one of the greatest father figures to me in my life. I'm living with my pastor. I'm getting ready to go to a state track meet, right? I'm out there in the yard stretching before my coach comes and pick me up. My pastor, who's like a father to me, he comes out there. He says 4 words to me. He said, "Go get him, son." For some odd reason, when he said that, it just made me just like, yeah, like it's about to be on. I go to the state track meet, completely obliterated the triple jump field. Won state easily, right? It was something about him saying, "Go get him, son," that just made me like, oh yeah, it's about to be on. Although I knew I was going to go there and put it down, but when he gave that encouragement, it really made me just like, yeah, what am I saying that for? When we took our independence, it was not one man that gave us our freedom from England. It was all of us. All of us. We can't rely on one man for we the people to stand up against the injustices. And the thing is, let's just keep it real. The ones who are committing this evil, they are way better organized, seem to be way tougher, and they seem to be calling a lot of y'all bluffs. I'm not saying, now, I would say our bluff, the ones who are up for good. No, because not mine. They're not calling my bluff. They're calling a lot of the people who some of you, no, look, don't be mad. Look, don't be mad. If you do, oh well, because that's not my intent. For those of you who claim to be so patriotic, so America first, so this, why are we sitting back and why are you sitting back and waiting on Donald Trump? It's like people waiting on a rapture to come type thing. I'm just waiting on somebody to come and save us. No, we have to save ourselves. And if you would understand that, you would see how much more easier and better it's going to be when you go out there amongst the people out there in your world. We can't rely on Donald Trump to save we the people. It's we the people that's going to save the country. It's we the people that's going to save our system. It's we the people who's going to save our children. It's we the people who's going to change the school systems. But we're not saying that. We're not doing that. We just sitting back. Did you hear what they did? Nobody is doing anything, folks. And that's what's killing us right now. So right now, of course, backing Donald Trump up. But, like, for example, this coming summer, I've already been signed up to go speak at multiple events that are like Trump-like type rallies, right? And Trump is not going to be there. The whole point of going there is to pretty much open people's minds up and educate them to let them know that you guys are going to be the reason. You can't be weak. Oh, this last election? Are we going to learn anything from this last election? Are you going to show up? Are there going to be more people that's going to be participating in watching the polls, more video cameras out, being able to see, are we really just going to sit back and just do the, man, here we go again. Here we go again. The complacency is ridiculous amongst a lot of people. Sitting back at home and crying what should have been and what we should be doing, is not going to do any good if you're not putting that action forward, folks. It's not going to do any good. Yes, it's known. At this point in time right now, based off of his policy and what he's going to be doing for this country, I support Donald Trump. I'm voting for Donald Trump. I have subscribers who are a part of my channel. I love them. They are voting for Joe Biden. I'm not about to sit there and argue with people that don't like Trump. I'm not going to sit there and bash anybody that likes Joe Biden. That's not what I'm doing. My thing is I'm standing behind righteousness when it comes to the person that's going to be beneficial to our country first. And based off of the actions of the current administration right now, America's not first. And that's why a lot of Democratic states that is behind Joe Biden and support Joe Biden, they are doing the same thing Joe Biden is doing. Putting everybody else first and not America. So again, when it comes to what we see going on right now, instead of looking at what they are doing to Donald Trump, you need to be looking at who is doing it to Donald Trump. Look at who is doing it to Donald Trump, and all it's doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, look at the revelation that we've gotten. Donald Trump said he was going to drain the swamp, right? Donald Trump said he was going to drain the swamp his first 4 years. And a lot of y'all didn't know that he did it. You know he did it, right? So let me tell you this. If you don't know anything about draining a swamp, when you drain a swamp and there's no more of that thick, gunky water, murky water, what you get left with in the swamp are the creatures in the swamp. Those creatures in the swamp is right before our eyes right now. That's what a lot of y'all don't get. Donald Trump drained the swamp. And now that he's done that, the creatures are pissed off. And look what's happening right now. Look what they're doing. But what we're doing is this. Man, look at those creatures. Man, look at those creatures. Man, look at those creatures. Look at those creatures. But what are we doing about the creatures, y'all? Are you saying anything about it? Are you scared to say something about it because your neighbors might? I'm different. That's why I'm so glad that I didn't grow up around politics and everything like that. I'm glad I learned a lot of stuff from the streets, because here's the deal. I'm not going to not talk about things that I feel just because my neighbor or somebody might not be affiliated with the party that I'm leaning towards right now. I'm not scared. Well, you know, Ty, I did that and I lost my neighbor. That's your neighbor. That's your neighbor's fault. I'm not scared. Well, Ty, if you ask me a question and I talk about what's going on in the country right now, I'm going to talk about it without being afraid, without being scared. Yes, I will. I will not be afraid or scared to talk about what I feel and what lines up with me morally. Now, if my neighbor turn around and go, I don't really want to talk about this. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. But if you want to sit there and try to disown somebody because of the party affiliation, I'm not the one with the issue. You're the one with the issue. And that goes for both sides. That goes for Republicans. That goes for Democrats as well. If you have family or you have friends and y'all are not of the same political affiliation, and y'all completely disown each other over that, y'all have problems. I have family right now all up through Chicago right now. A lot of them were Democrats. A lot of them still are. When I came into the scene 4 years ago, and I was simply just telling them, do y'all know how this started? Do you even know why we've been voting? Y'all, well, not y'all, because I never voted in my life until 2016. Do y'all even know why? I mean, 2020, I'm sorry. Do you guys even know why you're voting Democrat? Do you even know why you voted for this? Did y'all look at policy? Did y'all read policy? Well, no, that's something that's just part of the family, man. That's part of the family tradition. Absolutely ridiculous and stupid. So in the beginning, a lot of my family, they were upset about me. But the thing is, even we knew. We're not going to let something like that divide us to the point where we can't even come to a cookout. He liked Joe Biden. He liked Trump. No, here's the thing, y'all. It's really simple. It's really simple. I don't know who this is for, but it's really simple. Me, I think that there's no better burger that I've ever tasted in my life right now than Shake Shack. You might think, no, Ty, you haven't had In-N-Out yet, buddy. But right now, I'm saying Shake Shack burgers are supreme. Can you imagine me and you not talking anymore? We disowning each other because you like I like Shake Shack and you like In-N-Out burger. I feel the Shake Shack is better. You feel the In-N-Out is better. Now, I let you taste Shake Shack and you go, wow, this is good. This is better. And I might taste your In-N-Out burger and go, you know what? This is all right, but it's still not better than Shake Shack. Well, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm disowning you. I'm not going to have you come over. I'm not going to talk to you at the family reunion. What am I saying? What am I saying this for? I'm saying this because if we both know that we are going to disagree on which burger is the best, we just won't talk about it when we see each other. But we can still talk about the game. We can talk about what's going on with the kids, what's going on with the family. We can talk about all those. Oh, yeah, you already know it. Tia, sis, Tia. Woo! The Shake Shack down there by the St. Louis Zoo. Woo! On Euclid Road. Woo! Fire! Fire, my friend. Matter of fact, I told you when we come to the area, Tia, your husband gonna have to buy our family some Shake Shack. Tell him he better save up because we eat a lot. Y'all got me out here sweating in this hot car, man. But no, that's what I'm saying it for is this. I have family right now that their affiliation is with the Democrats. A lot of them still is. A lot of them still are. A lot of them have completely turned over. Like, cuz, you are absolutely right. We see it. We see what's going on. But one thing we are not doing, we are not going to disown each other. We are not going to not go to the family cookout. We are not going to say happy birthday and not ask about how our cousins and younger cousins are. We're not going to do that, all because of right now we have a party affiliation or anything. Like, matter of fact, I don't have a party affiliation. I tell them that all the time. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm looking at who is going to be best for me and my values and my beliefs and my principles. And then most of my cousins right now, a lot of them, like, when I say cousins, a lot of them are older, like in their 50s and 60s, right? These were the OGs. And a lot of them are just doing it because of the fact that it's just something they always done. There are some people that are set in their old ways. They are not going to change. They don't even want to see the truth. They don't even want to see the facts. They just, nope, because them, I know what happened. Nope, because they back when I was a teenager, they the ones that gave us. Oh, they gave y'all welfare. Yep. And the Republicans, they racist. How? Because they are. How? I ain't about to get all into it. Okay, I'm not even going to go there with you. Anyway, how does it feel still staying in the same ghetto, same projects, same hood that you've been there for, older cousin or older uncle, since I was a kid? How does it feel staying there? Y'all see, that's the thing, man. It's the white man. Wait a minute, but you voted for Democrats who are white people. So I'm confused. Yeah, but they relate more to black people. How? Because they know what we going through. Who don't know what black people going through? Everybody knows what black people going through. Guess what? I know what white people are going through too. I know what the rich people are going through. I even know what the kids over in Africa with the honey right here in their eye so the fly can get on it. I know what they going through. Y'all know about the flies in Africa. They always put that little fake honey drip tear on those kids' eye and make a fly go there. But what's your point? They have no point. A lot of us have been told, vote this way. That's because that's how black people vote. Plain and simple. Don't look at policy or anything like that. Don't look at what Trump has done. Don't do any of that. Just go by what everybody say. Trump is a racist. Trump is a bigot. He's misogynistic, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. That's it. That's all they do. And it should be an insult to a lot of people in intelligence that they feel that they can tell you something and you're going to run with it without researching and looking it up for yourself. And I get on the Republicans and all that too. I say the reason why Trump is doing so well right now, because Trump is the first president to actually address black people. Let's keep it real. Do y'all know of any other Republican that addressed black people besides Abraham Lincoln? I mean, I don't know. Donald Trump is the first president to address black people. And I get on the Republicans all the time. I said the reason why y'all never address black people, because you never needed black people to win. And that's where y'all messed up at. You helped free the slaves and all that. Then y'all was like, okay, good. Y'all good. Y'all on your own? Great. Peace. See y'all. Democrats were like, oh, wait a minute. How can we keep this thing going? Yeah, they're free physically, but how can we keep these Negroes enslaved mentally? Ooh, wait a minute. These black people seem to be doing a little too good. They're married. They got kids. They're becoming doctors and pharmacists and shoemakers and engineers and welders. They're becoming teachers. They're becoming lawyers. Hold on. We need to do something. Get those Negroes' dads out the house. Give them welfare. Republicans just sat back and was like, look, black people got the freedom to do what they want to. They free. Yeah, okay. And again, Republicans never needed black people to win. Therefore, the Republicans never went towards black people. They never targeted black people. Therefore, it came off as if the Republicans didn't care about black people, because the Republicans felt that if they were free and they were doing good on their own, we don't need to look at them or address them. Shout out to Smelly Mail, who said, what is edging my homie? What is edging my homie was saying? He was edging all night. What does that mean? My teacher won't tell me. My parents won't tell me. Should I be edging? What? I have no idea what that is. What is edging? I don't know. It sounds like somebody getting a haircut, if you ask me. It sounds like somebody getting a haircut, but I appreciate you for the super chat right there, my friend, for the $5. Anyway, folks, that's pretty much what I want to sum up on there, is that that's what people do right now. If you're trying to find a way to completely disorient a person or get them off track, what you do, you go after the family. But I think right now Donald Trump see this coming. He's surrounded by a lot of people. He's surrounded by a lot of, I would hope, lawyers and things like that, and advisement. But I really do believe, I don't know if he has this or not, but let's just say this. I would love to be somebody that would be there by his side, just to be like an advisor, so to speak, on, hey, keep your head in the game. We know what's coming. We know what they're trying to do. Stay the course, because it, like I said, you know that all they're doing is to try to completely throw off your game. So, folks, I really do appreciate you guys all being in here. I really do appreciate you taking your time out of your day to hear me go on about this. We're going to see how more things are going to come out. I do have some more videos that I'm going to be bringing to you guys a little later on today, once I get back to my residence. And as you can see, this been like, what is this? It's been like 40 more minutes. She's still in there shopping. She's still in there. And again, I appreciate every last one of you. I know that all 800 or 1,000 people that were in here, I know every last one of you guys are not subscribed to this channel. I know that a lot of this was YouTube trolls and other places like that, because y'all end up reaching out and emailing me and all this and that, trying to figure out who I work for and everything like that. Y'all try to come for both my licenses and all that across multiple states, and it's not happening. It's not going to happen at all. So you might as well stop it. I know there are YouTube AI in here. I know there are YouTube, and I know there are paid trolls in here as well. It's not going to work. Y'all are mad because a Negro is not going to fall for the bull crap. So good riddance on that. And again, before y'all get out of here, hit that like button. Please, please, please double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel, folks. All right. Really appreciate you guys all being here. And I'm about to get out of here and go tell this woman it's time to go. That being said, folks, I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.